Hello. Hiya.
What-
How you all getting on?
That was a
That was
boss
the great intro.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was your turn. You meant to like.
I
Come on,
don't
make it
enthusiasm.
your
why,
own.
Enthusiasm.
why do we have to take turns?
Because it's your film today.
Okay. Hi guys. Hi. Okay. I'm off.
Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 3.
Oh, he's actually left.
He's just gone, guys. It's just me and Jacob.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
back.
3 people. Actually, we've got.
Do you want me to introduce it then?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, we've got Charlie here
Hi.
and Jacob.
Woo!
That's his thing, apparently.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No,
I like
woo!
it. I like
Yeah.
it.
That was
That's great. Okay, what film are we doing today?
we're doing the master.
That was your. We talked about it last episode.
Yeah.
Because it was your film
It's
choice.
my film
It is
choice.
art house, I would say. It's very.
Yeah.
But it's
Paul-
quite mainstream, I would say. That's what a lot of
Paul
actors.
Thomas Anderson.
I don't know.
The actors. in
Main-
it.
I don't know if it's mainstream.
I've got to talk about the actors.
I didn't know. All right, when I went into it, I didn't realize how many actors there were. I know Philip Seymour Hoffman was in it. I knew
Good old Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix, but I didn't know like.
Amy Adams.
Whoa, Amy Adams.
Yeah, I'm a big
Amy
fan of
Adams.
Amy Adams.
I don't know if
Please
Freddie
cut
Mercury
that.
was
Oh,
in
that
it.
happened in the first episode.
Freddie Mercury's in it.
Yeah, Rami Malek just shows
Yeah.
up, and then Laura Dern.
She's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
there.
she's in it.
I didn't know it was her.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Anyway, oh yeah,
Who?
the guy from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Jesse Plemons.
Oh yeah, Todd.
Yeah.
He plays Lancaster Dodd's son.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the names.
So,
Lancaster's dog.
first thoughts.
So it's Charlie's film. So when did you see it?
I saw it. I don't know. Last year, I think. I liked it a lot. I still like it a lot.
Okay, yeah. You love Joaquin. That's what
Yeah, but you know what I love even more? Paul Thomas Anderson.
what other stuff has he done that I might
He
not?
did Phantom Thread. didn't he?
Phantom Thread,
Yeah.
which I
Oh.
love. Score by Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. He did the score for this. He does the score for most of the
The
songs.
score's very good, actually.
Oh yeah. He's really good with strings.
Strings. Is it
Did he do the same for?
Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's great. Yeah,
That
he
makes
really knows how to like do a score that really fits with the film.
Yeah.
It really fits with the tone of the film.
So you saw it a year ago.
Yeah.
And then me and Matt both saw it yesterday. So we're very fresh. Did you rewatch it?
I rewatched it a week ago because it was on TV.
Okay, and still same thoughts, same opinions.
Yeah. You
So-
can interpret the film in many different ways, and that's why I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What do
could-
you interpret as?
I don't know, like
Oh yeah, no spoilers. Remember?
We're doing no spoilers, okay?
Okay, well, you could say it's a film about friendship, a film about nothing. 'Cause I know people who have walked away from it saying nothing happened, and it's true, nothing happened. Nothing really happens in it, but it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
Matt,
really
what
enjoyed it.
yeah,
I thought it was an amazing film.
yeah. What did you two
Well,
think?
you rate yours out of 10. What did you?
I gave it 8 or a 9, probably a 9. The more I think about
That's
it.
very good for you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I just really the best part of it is the acting. I think.
Oh
Yeah.
it is an actor's movie.
Yeah.
But Paul Thomas Anderson still
And I think Philip Seymour Hoffman's probably my favorite performance.
rest in
In it.
peace.
yeah,
Rest in
we
peace,
got
yeah.
to shout out to.
Shout out to this actor, guys. He's really good.
Big Hoffman.
No, it was. He was actually.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was my favorite.
I was expecting Joaquin Phoenix to be like overcrowding everyone.
But everyone was on the same.
He was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
quite
yeah.
subtle for.
But I think that
Yeah.
works with the story,
Yeah,
doesn't it? Because
yeah.
that's like the story's like
Yeah. Well, you were saying earlier he's like a rabid dog.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you know when Matt, what you were saying about Irishman with Robert De Niro's character, how he's just like a dog and he just
I think
does
you said
whatever they
that.
say.
I
was
don't
it?
remember saying.
It was one of us.
Yeah,
One of us.
well, I think that's about so like
Yeah.
and with the whole thing with the desert, that kind of is like no,
Yeah.
the when he gets arrested.
Yeah.
That's like
So we're
the
just doing spoilers.
confirmation.
It's the
Can we
way-
just do spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Okay,
it's a
yeah,
hard
yeah.
film.
Oh yeah, let's just
That's
do
a
spoilers.
desert.
Okay, it's a hard film to talk
Screw it.
about.
Yeah.
It's a hard
If you
film
don't want
to talk-
spoilers, then just there's a time code in the description.
Just watch
for
the
what-
film.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, Matt
I'll,
will
I'll
put-
put a time code in the description when we talk about something else.
I'd like to say it is not a film for everyone. It's
Yeah.
quite a quiet, still film.
Yeah,
It's
before we
not-
go into spoilers, let's just talk about the non-spoiler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think we should talk about cinematography. It was really
Oh, it was
beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for such a character film,
Yeah.
and for like it's just America.
Yeah.
But they truly take advantage of
1950s.
like even the first shot of him with just putting his helmet on. It was like.
What's your favorite
IMAX.
shot?
You know the iconic one where he's lying on.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
amazing because of the focus.
My favorite shot is the iconic one where he's like.
Yeah,
lying
yeah,
on
me
that
too,
thing
yeah.
on the shit.
This was sound weird, but I really like the scene where he can't blink.
Yeah,
I really
God.
like the shots on his
That's
face.
iconic scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that it carried on from that. I thought it cut away, like after he closes his eyes. I mean,
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix is one of those actors who can just say everything with his eyes.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
portrays
yeah.
so much emotion with his eyes. That's like my
What you
favorite.
told your actors.
Yeah, that's what I told my actors when I met them. Well, I didn't meet them. I seen them again yesterday, and I was like, "Do you know who Joaquin Phoenix is?" And they were like, "No," and I was like, "Okay."
I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah.
My favorite actor, but no, yeah, I think that scene it was.
Mm.
I mean, one thing I will say. So I did love the film, definitely.
Right, spoilers now.
Spoilers.
Well, quickly before spoilers, I'm just gonna say I thought it was gonna be a movie that affected me emotionally more. Like you know when your heart sink. I didn't. It was more of like a filmmaking sort of
Yeah.
experience rather than
A
an
showcase.
emotional- Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
It was
really
it
good
was a
film.
very good emotional film. You felt for the characters and things like that, but like I didn't. It's not like.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, because the main character is, I guess you could call him a scoundrel. He's, he's a sailor. He's an alcoholic. You said
Yeah.
he's an infomaniac.
That's
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, we'll get into
theory you have.
spoilers in a
But
second, that's why it's
he's
important.
he lusts for women. Basically, he's
Yeah.
very, and the thing is, he's. What was I gonna say? Oh, that was it. It's a film where like the main character isn't likable, but the film isn't really about him. It's about the people who surround him.
Yeah.
The people, the
Yeah, you
crowd
said
he
that
gets
before.
into. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said when I was talking about it in class.
I agree with that. I wouldn't say it's like because there are films that are literally about that, how one character doesn't change. Because I think he
Yeah.
does change slightly.
He slightly changes, but
Yeah.
like with the last shot of the film, it kind
We
of
should do plot. We should
Yeah.
the synopsis. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, but I don't think he really learns much. Like I think he changes, but he doesn't really
What's the
learn
ending
much.
shot? I forgot. Is it
When he's hugging the sand,
Okay, yeah.
the naked
Oh.
sand lady.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay,
also-
so the plot. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's
The
fine, it's fine, go
synopsis of it is so after World War II, Joaquin Phoenix plays a soldier who had like a troubled past beforehand. Anyway, as like it's unraveled, but he basically in an accident because he makes this like drink and it poisons someone. So he's on the run and he jumps on a boat
On the run.
and
Sorry, that was a Lighthouse reference. On the run.
that was episodes ago. Bro, you're ruining my synopsis.
Sorry, go on. Keep going.
Carry on.
And he gets on the boat, and there is Philip Seymour Hoffman, who is the master, and he's the leader of this culty.
Scientology. It's based off Scientology.
Yeah, and
His
and
character is based
it's called
off.
the Cause.
Yeah, his character's based off L. Ron Hubbard, who's the founder of it.
Yeah.
He even like lines he says are taken from like interviews of
Yeah.
Hubbard. It's like.
But yeah, and then he got. One thing I will say, I was a bit confused by was how quickly he was like just a part of the family.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, how he was
I
just
get
following
that,
them the
yeah.
entire
Yeah,
time. I was like,
yeah.
how did he get to this point? Because there's like, it was like the family and then him.
Yeah.
I didn't know
he's
how
just
they
a
got
member.
to that
Like
point.
there were loads of other people in that boat.
And also I'm just going to spoil it. I was starting to spoil
They
this.
were quite
Yes,
interested.
brothers.
by it.
At the end, you know when like they were unveiling the book? I don't understand how like from handing flyers out, it was full and everyone was clapping when he came out. Like from the flyer, everyone just loved him or something. Like,
No, I think what it was is that those were all already followers.
Yeah,
If you know what I
yeah.
mean. I think
Yeah.
they gave the flyers out and people were like not that bothered about it.
Yeah.
And everyone was clapping. I think with like people on the boat. They were
Yeah,
friends.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
family. They were
It's
people.
mad
who-
to think that there's people like that. out
Yeah.
there, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
Tom
was just
Cruise.
thinking near the end. I was
Tom
just
Cruise.
thinking like, how can he like? How
Believe
does
it.
he believe this lie? And he's
Yeah.
going out there to other people to preach this lie.
I think the reason he believes it is because he breaks him down in that scene.
Yeah,
where he
yeah,
can't
yeah.
believe
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he sticks with him, because he brought something out of him that's
Yeah.
never been brought out before.
yeah.
Yeah, well, what I was saying was, so I think.
He's an infomaniac.
Oh no, yeah, but I was gonna say about the dog.
Oh,
so I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like it would have been very on the nose if like, but if there was a scene where he was just sitting there and a dog walks by and he looked into its eyes
Yeah.
and it was like a metaphor.
That would have
been
been very.
horrific.
Hey.
Yeah.
By the way, this is what this character
Yeah.
is.
What are we,
But,
some kind
like,
of Suicide Squad?
they did
What am I,
kind
some
they
kind
did
of
kind of
dog?
do that where in the desert scene, he goes good boy
Yeah.
like that. He says that Philip Seymour Hoffman's character
Yeah.
says that a lot because he's a guard dog and then like you said, Charlie, he runs away.
It's the way he talks to him as well when they're being arrested, and it's like telling the dog to calm down. It's like, like.
Oh
Stop.
yeah, because
Yeah,
he proper
yeah.
acts out like as if
Yeah.
your owner was.
He
gonna
starts
get hurt.
grabbing the policeman.
And also when he comes back, they start like wrestling on the.
There's a story
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
that actually.
Really?
Paul Thomas Anderson said that him and Hoffman would just do that sometimes.
Really?
They just see each other and just grapple each
Who,
other to the
Joaquin and
floor.
Hoffman? Or
No,
the direct- or
PTA.
Handsome.
I'm gonna
Really?
call him PTA for short. Yeah, they just see each other and like grab each other. So and he was like, because at this point they're like best friends.
Yeah.
So and him and Hoffman were really good friends. So they just did that.
That was a really interesting dynamic between them two.
I think it is a film about bromance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the end when he sings to him. As
Or
well.
like fatherly son.
that was so weird.
It was
Yeah,
weird,
that
but it
was-
was oddly. I'm gonna use a pretentious word here. It was oddly beautiful. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His acting is just like
What, both of them?
insane. Well, yeah, but
Both of them, yeah.
specifically Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like
Yeah.
he's just like so.
In a character,
Yeah.
you know, he's so like you believe him as the character.
As soon as he's threatened, he completely switches.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when what you were saying about.
Well,
the
yeah, like my
confrontation,
favorite
first
scene is
confrontation.
when he gets confronted by. Is that the word?
yeah,
Confronted.
confronted,
Confrontated.
confrontated.
Confronted by this like guy. He obviously doesn't believe in it, and he just instantly is on the defense, and he just completely
Yeah.
changes. And it was like because before that, you just like see him as this like guy, this like Jesus figure
Yeah.
who
He's a leader.
yeah,
Everyone-
this leader, yeah.
Everyone loves him.
Yeah,
as
and he's
well.
like on this pedestal, and then instantly he just crumbles slowly from like
Yeah.
that moment. It
Which
was
he's proved.
yeah,
wrong.
and he instantly just
Uh,
becomes like argumentative and like
Yeah. Well, I think
defensive.
Amy Adams' character, who she plays his wife, has power over him.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
like there's a scene when she's wanking him off, and that's I think it's like she's quite.
masturbating him off.
Well,
Censoring
giving him a good time.
Well, yeah, it's like that's. I think that's her hold over him as well. It's like she
Yeah.
does that. And
Literally.
yeah. And then at the end, she's like, I think she says to him like, "You have this certain amount of time to talk to him," and she's like a stern mother. She's quite
Yeah.
like, she's very disapproving. I think of
Yeah.
Freddie as well. Like,
They all are.
yeah, they all are. Apart from Lancaster, he's very. Let's just give him another chance. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like he's his son.
Well, I didn't. So yeah. So with I think he's. Well, I took away, like as you said, you can take a lot of things from this movie. Different people can say different things. I took away that he was an nymphomaniac
Yeah,
and that he was like a sex addict, and I think that is most
yeah,
shown and relevant, and like in the scene where he does it. So Philip Seymour Hoffman is dancing around.
I think
and
that's
it
pretty
cuts to
obvious
him.
though. That he's an nymphomaniac.
yeah. But the thing he's on about is this is where it really like kind of solidifies.
Also, when I saw that, I just imagined the director being like, "Okay, now they're naked."
Well, no, the thing with it is
now
as
it's
well.
like
So it's and it's
Quiet.
all. So yeah. So
It's,
basically,
it's all
cuts
the
to,
women, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, it cuts-
It's
Yeah.
just the women.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
why
the
I
men.
was like,
Yeah.
but I was like, okay, it's art.
And like, yeah, it is very. It's an
Oh,
artsy film.
Yeah, it's very good though.
Yeah,
it's made very well.
for the mainstream. But yeah, it was a great film.
Wait, I want to talk about something. Oh yeah, like I remember, he always acts out of violence like throughout the whole film.
Yeah, it's like the bit when he's like
Yeah.
breaking him down, he's smacking himself,
Yeah.
and then eventually kind of like
It's always
Like a
out of
rabid
violence, but then
dog.
at the end of the film,
Yeah.
I feel like when he was told that his girlfriend or the person that he was seeing was like has gone off and
Oh my
married,
God.
he just didn't act out of violence, and I thought that was like really interesting.
yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, he just
I only just clicked onto that.
he just didn't act out of violence.
That's true. He kind of like.
And how,
she's
like-
like, "Do you want to come in?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna go."
Yeah, he was just like calm, and it's complete. I think that was a complete change. It's a very subtle character arc. I feel.
Do you think as well with the ending sex scene?
Yeah.
Do you think, and when he's asking the same questions that he was asked earlier?
I
in
feel
the
like that's
film?
showing how like the cult kind of thing like.
I think it
spreads
shows
and how
what
it
he's
carries on.
what he's took away, but also like he's saying to like he's still drinking, he's still I think Paul Thomas Anderson said in that moment he's in his element.
Yeah.
That's a direct quote.
Yeah.
I think that shows, and like at the end when he
Gonna
hugs
have to beat that, bro.
when he hugs the sand lady, it's kind of to show like, he hasn't changed, and he hasn't the only thing he's taken away is like the questions he asks the woman in bed.
Yeah.
I think maybe. I don't think he's changed like
Yeah. He's
the
still
way he acts wise.
Yeah.
But I think just he's
evolved in some way.
in a very twisted way.
Yeah, it's not like it's
He's
not
become
like
a calmer person.
I'm gonna go on a tiny rant here, not really. But in now, look, there's a bunch of different opinions on Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I think it's great.
Never seen it.
Yeah, but
You might
like
know.
spoiler, they kill off Snoke, and I think that the reason they did that, the reason they did that was so. I think the reason they did it was to elevate Kylo Ren's character, so he could be the next big bad guy in the next film. But then the next film, they're like, oh no, the Emperor's back. So Kylo Ren's character just didn't really change. Like he did have a bit of development in Rise of Skywalker anyway, but it was like a tiny bit. But with this is the character develops a lot. Freddy's character develops loads. but he also kind of stays in the same place. He
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
back to the same
Yeah.
place. Like he
It's
hugs
very
this
like
lady. Yeah.
like step forward and step back. Like it
Yeah,
does that
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
Oh, and in like the no blinking interview, he says about nostalgia.
Yeah.
I just and like with the sand lady, like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
memorable
yeah,
Well,
almost.
when he says, I believe, that at the very start, when he's talking to one of the doctors, he says, I believe in your profession, you call it nostalgia. That's from, I was speaking to you about it earlier, there was in the 50s when soldiers were coming back, there was a documentary called In the Light. And the start, when he's having interviews, and he,
Oh yeah, you said.
and that he's like, you had a crying spell. That's like word for word taken from the interview, from the documentary. Sorry, and even like there's a shot recreated from it. And I look up In the Light and there's a video by Fandor, which is, if you're into filmmaking, go follow that channel because it's a really good channel about filmmaking.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Hopefully they'll give us one.
And there's an episode called Influences on the Master. And the thing with Paul Thomas Anderson is he takes a lot. When I say take, he doesn't steal. He's inspired
Yeah.
by very old films. With Phantom Thread, I think he said he was in bed and he wasn't well, like in the film, and he was watching Rebecca.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'd say
Is that the one take film?
Rebecca?
Yeah.
No, that's Rope. That's the Alfred Hitchcock film.
No, there's a French film.
1917.
Just let's start
Are
listening.
you thinking of Russian Ark? That's Russian.
I told you about that, bro.
You did tell me about it.
No.
Get on my.
No, there's
That's
one
my
about a
movie,
woman
bro.
and like they didn't have any budget, so they just filmed and it was like.
One, it's
That's like-
Rebecca's an Alfred Hitchcock film.
That's like Speechless or something.
You know what? We'll do that. I'll look
Who
it up
cares?
later.
But yeah,
Can't remember what we were talking about.
Well,
I'm so out of it today.
The Master. Yeah,
Was
this is
it-
a very serious episode.
But before you watched The Master, you said to me that your favourite Joaquin performance was before you were never really
Yeah.
here. Would you say that's changed?
Yeah, actually, I think no.
No. Yeah, no.
Well,
So, because I feel like you were never really here. It's more subtle.
Yeah.
Like and oh, no, I don't know. They're
I've
not
not
seen
equal
it.
to me.
You don't know. I think you'd like it. It's good.
yeah. My favorite performance is still her,
Yeah.
but this is above Joker. I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'd like to bring up Joker. Before I watched this film, it was like a year before I watched it. Actually, no, it was the year Suicide Squad came out. And me and my brother were.
Not a
that's
good year. That was a bad year.
Yeah, it was 2016, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's a
are
bad
you
year.
on about?
George Michael died and everything.
R.I.P.
David Bowie.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Muhammad Ali.
Hans.
Oh,
Gruber,
yeah.
Die Hard.
Alec.
Oh, yeah.
Alec Rippon.
Yeah,
Um,
I absolutely was gonna cry like that.
Yeah.
proper.
And Carrie Fisher. Let's just go on about 2016, guys. 2016 was so sad.
yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
What year was The Master? Can I ask? quickly?
2012.
Oh, I imagine it
Year
was
before
2016.
her.
But anyway, 2016, me and my brother were ranting on about how bad we didn't like Jared Leto's Joker, as many people didn't. But I asked, who would you have cast? And he said, Joaquin Phoenix. I was like, who's that? This is before I knew
Your
who he
brother
was.
is like.
Yeah.
He's a,
He takes
He's-
credit for his career.
Yeah, my brother is like responsible for like my education and film,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm very grateful for that, Jack. If you're listening, nice one.
he's not.
I hate you. Nah, I don't. But he showed me the scene at the start of The Master with the light when he's putting the light in the guy's face.
Oh,
He
yeah,
keeps pushing it,
yeah.
and then he grabs him, and he's like,
Yeah.
very,
That was like the most realistic fight I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was like when he
Yeah.
grabs him like that.
yeah,
Like
but
by the.
Yeah.
No, because
tie.
you know, like when the bigger fella like actually grabs Joaquin and he like slaps him in the face.
yeah.
That happens at the towards the end with the flight with the when the guy's having just the meal at the big.
I could see him
Yeah.
shaking.
He grabs
He
him.
was like
yeah.
shaking.
Was he? Because he knows.
Yeah, no,
what's
it was
happening.
before that. He was like shaking. I was like, why is he shaking now?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he knows.
No,
who
Yeah,
Freddy
yeah,
is.
at the whole book thing.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he just slaps.
Yeah, I think it's because he did something wrong and he just starts slapping him.
Well, yeah, because he insults the book.
yeah,
and so,
yeah.
and so Freddy's like gets defensive.
I felt the whole way through that Freddy was very unpredictable. So I feel
Yeah.
like it definitely
Yeah.
succeeded on that bit.
We quickly. I'm just gonna add one more thing. You know the toilet when he
Oh,
When he
breaks it.
smashes
yeah.
it, yeah.
That's a real historical artifact. Because they filmed in like a real.
Wait, he just
historical-
broke a.
And it's so because there was improvising, and he just kicked the toilet, broke it, and he got in so much trouble. It cost so much money.
Really?
Because
That's
it
like
was
a
it was
long take as
historical-
well.
Yeah, yeah. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman's just standing there, and he doesn't like.
Oh
flinch
my
at all.
god.
And like yeah,
Really? That's like quite bad.
The reason I brought the Joker thing up, by the way, was because I reckon without this performance and you were never really here, you couldn't get the performance he got.
Yeah,
he gave
yeah.
in Joker. Or like he wouldn't have even been for.
Yeah,
for it, I
all the
think.
topless scenes with Joaquin Phoenix reminded me a lot of Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
how
thought, alright,
skinny and
I did
hunchback.
the whole movie. I had no idea what was going to happen. Like,
Yeah,
it's very
yeah,
unpredictable.
It's good.
One
yeah.
thing I thought was going to happen was he was going to poison Philip Seymour Hoffman with his alcohol.
Yeah.
Because like the whole
Oh,
film, they kind of
yeah.
allude to like,
Yeah.
They keep calling
him-
it a potion,
yeah. That's so I thought, oh, they're going to bring this back later and he's going to kill him.
with like paint thinner in it.
I don't know if I would have liked it more if it did that because it might have been like, oh,
Yeah.
but it also might have been like, oh,
I think
Hit
Is it-
harder.
yeah.
it's what the film is a paint stroke because it is a slow film. Let's be
Yeah, I
honest,
felt it was a
like-
lot longer than
Oh
it
yeah.
was.
It's
Like
quite.
climax is very rapid in a lot of
yeah,
things.
a
happen.
lot of things happening, especially in the last half.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's,
first half's
it's a
good.
film about
Yeah.
dancing as well. It's very,
Yeah.
fast paced.
And the master's very
It
slow.
takes
But
its
everything
time.
that's shown in the Master isn't filler. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
all of it like adds
It's
to the
relevant.
story.
Every
yeah.
scene matters. In the moment, you'll be like, "What relevance does this have?"
Yeah.
And then you'll find out he had a girlfriend in the past. Then
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
he was going to go back to it. But
Yeah. What I wish is that Amy Adams, Rami Malek, and the guy who plays Todd in Breaking Bad.
Jesse
I
Plemons.
wish him. I wish their characters were
a bit
fleshed
more.
out a bit more and a bit more. Well, I guess Amy
Especially
Adams is.
especially Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
Like I felt he was like quite
Yeah, he's
interesting
just
because he
a
was the
son.
only one that like
Was onto it. That
Yeah.
he was
Yeah, he's
Rubbish.
making up as he goes. As
Yeah,
he
yeah,
goes
yeah.
along.
he's a boss. Oh my god,
He's such a
he's
good
very
actor,
good. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the Master. I liked
Yeah.
it.
One
I
other
think-
thing I didn't like was when her eyes actually went black.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, when
I was like,
turned
just
my eyes
leave it.
black.
I'll just leave it.
I remember
That's as
watching
if
it
they showed
Mm.
like when he's going between the walls. That's as if they just showed him like touching Mossy or something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
I
I was
do
like,
really.
why?
I do
I
really
didn't
like
get that.
scene.
That I guess it adds on to the whole. This is all really weird and.
I think
messed
it's just
up.
to be like.
Well,
to break
also
someone
They
down.
basically experiment on Freddy because
Well,
he's a bit. In,
they're trying to get a hold of him, like you
because
said.
they believe that he's like a lesser
Yeah.
being, that he's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, well, what was it? Because I said earlier it's a film about the people around him, and they try to control him. I think
Yeah.
and like you said, he's like a rabid dog, and I told you earlier, Paul Thomas Anderson was like, you put diapers on a monkey and like a top hat, it's not good. Eventually, it's gonna act out. It's gonna lash out.
Yeah.
It's gonna and that's what Freddy does, and Freddy leaves as well.
Yeah.
You ban
Anyway, so final thoughts, closing thoughts on the Master.
I thought it was a lovely. It was a very solemn film. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly. But
It
it's-
just sounds cool.
yeah,
Let's look up salt.
not bittersweet, but it's like a poem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's a really good way of saying
it's
it.
it's quite slow, but if you are into film, it's not messed up. It's not a messed up film.
Yeah.
It's
nothing-
not. It's not
nothing-
climax.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
one
could
thing I
know.
did laugh at was when,
You laugh
unintentionally, was when she's reading back the letter, Amy Adams, and it just made me laugh. I don't think I was meant to
Why?
laugh.
Why? No, you.
Well, I'm
weren't.
gonna bleep it out, but she just keeps on going like,
Oh my god! And
It's
it's like a
because she's-
sex note. Isn't
She
it?
says
Yeah.
it so deadpan.
Yeah, it made
that's
me
why.
laugh.
It's kind of like a scene from The Lobster, actually.
yes,
Is it how
yeah,
deadpan
yeah,
it is?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a pornographic letter.
It just seemed a bit out of place, but I don't
No,
know
I
if
think
that's
it-
It's
why.
part of the experiment. Like,
No, I think it is like you are allowed to
Yeah,
laugh
yeah,
at
yeah.
that
because
yeah.
they
that
know
made me
he's
laugh,
kind
yeah.
of like addicted to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, my final thoughts is that you can watch it with, but you have to be ready to have a long ride
So, yeah, it's quite good. Though.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
when
and
you
relax
yeah.
while you're watching it.
I think mainstream wouldn't like it, and
Yeah.
that isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just like,
Well,
yeah,
you-
if you're into like only
Big
blockbusters,
action,
yeah,
yeah.
you're
Don't
not
watch
going to
it.
enjoy this. Whereas I think if you watch
You won't
Climax, you would
understand it.
actually like it.
Yeah.
What is it? When you were saying she reads out the letter, I think that mirrors the first scene when he's like, "What do you see in this picture?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a it's a vagina. and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
pair of balls,
Yeah.
and then it's
That's why I'm getting all this
yeah.
information.
But that's why I like that scene as well because
Not to say that the mainstream shouldn't try to watch this film.
definitely
No,
try
no.
it.
We're not looking
Like,
down on the
there's a lot of
mainstream.
mainstream actors to be
Yeah,
fair.
Amy Adams.
Freddie Mercury,
Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
It's just
character of Freddie
that was a
Mercury.
really random because I don't think he was majorly famous at the time.
No,
No,
that's when
that
he
was
was a new
before-
actor.
He was only
yeah.
really in Night
What,
of the
He was in
Museum.
Old Boy. He's in the
No,
He's
in
in
the
old-
2013
Seriously?
one.
yeah.
In the
Well, it's like
American
3
one.
seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
And he's in the new James Bond as well.
Oh, yeah, it's the bad guy.
He looks quite good in that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like,
But is
his
he meant to be
voice-
like an already existing character?
I don't know. People think he's Doctor Now.
I
even know who
don't.
that
I
is.
don't really like the look of the new. Like
Doctor No was
The trailer looks
Doctor No
quite
was the
bad.
first.
it just.
No, he's just the bad
Yeah,
guy.
I don't
He's
know.
like the original bad guy.
Yeah, he's the first.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
first James
I
Bond.
think the guy who's directing it is a great director, Kari Fukunaga. He did the first.
What did you say? What's his name?
Kari Fukunaga.
Okay.
I think
I've
I'm
heard
doing
of
it
him.
right. He did every episode of the first season of True Detective season 1.
Really?
Watch True
Oh, you
Detective
love
I've heard
season
very
1.
good
yeah.
things of that show.
Season 2, I gave up. It was boring.
Yeah, apparently that's really bad.
Season 3 was.
Is Mahershala Ali in the first one?
He's in the third season. The third season's good, but there's bits where it's kind of like I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I really can't be bothered.
That's me with Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I didn't. I
Oh
tried
yeah,
to watch it.
I know. I like that.
I-
I'm a
I-
massive Breaking Bad.
I'm
I'm
rewatching it and I'm rewatching with my parents and I'm like, I just watched episode 6 of season 1. And
Wait,
that,
I've
no,
watched
that
it
was
all
good
again.
though. That was good
Wait.
though because that was the first time it wasn't about Saul. I don't think Saul's that interesting of a character. It was about Mike, and I was like, thank God it's not about Saul. I just don't find him that interesting.
But no, I think Mickey, what's his name? Jimmy McGill isn't an interesting character.
yeah, I don't either. And that's
but
like
I
the whole
think
first
Saul
season.
Goodman is.
As soon as
even though the same character.
as soon as Gus is introduced, I was fully in. I was like watching every
So when it
episode.
got into Breaking Bad stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I found interesting, you know what I mean? And also Walter's like the most interesting character I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Every time he was on screen, I was just like,
he is.
Yeah,
I think
jaws to the floor.
he's also like an icon with the hat and the
yeah.
goatee.
And
And
you've
Yeah.
seen Breaking
Blue
Bad,
Crystal.
haven't you?
Yeah,
It's great, isn't it?
So yeah, Matt, final thoughts on Master?
I thought it was amazing. I'm really debating whether it's an 8 or a 9.
Great.
8.5.
It's great.
No,
Thank you for
but
that. Thank you for that.
it's amazing. I don't think I'll watch it again. I don't think.
I think I would.
I will.
Even though it is quite deep and quite a very an art house film, I think you can relax while watching it.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
nothing immediately like violent and heavy
Yeah.
and brutal. It's just
I-
okay. So
The second time I watched it was 1 o'clock in the morning. It was on Film 4, and I was like, I couldn't watch this now. I'm gonna go to bed, but I was just instantly like into it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
So is that your final thoughts?
Well, my final thoughts is that I love it, and it's, it genuinely is. Like, I'm not just saying this because we're doing an episode on it. It is one of my favorite films,
Yeah.
and I think Paul Thomas Anderson's one of my favorite directors.
Yeah.
I think just the way he tells a
This
story.
has intrigued me to watch. his
Yeah,
other
yeah.
films,
The way he tells a story is
Mm.
so.
Have you seen
unique.
Phantom?
You
no,
seen
I
it?
have not.
I
seen
thought
that
you'd
film.
seen it.
No.
You think a lot, Charlie.
I do think a lot. Maybe I should stop.
But yeah, so that's our thoughts on the Master. Is there any other topics for today?
I really okay. I
Go
don't know
on,
why. I
go
just
on.
like had a resurgence in this. I don't know, controversy, and it's that I just want to know your guys' opinions on Scarlett
Guys's.
Johansson. Yeah,
Sorry,
guys.
Your grammar is so
That made sense. Anyway, I want to hear your guys'. That's the right word. Anyway, I want to hear your guys'
You fellas.
opinions. You fellas' opinions on
boys.
Scarlett Johansson in Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
I haven't seen the
Yeah, but
film.
you know about the
I
controversy.
started it. Just get
So what is the controversy?
just get a Japanese actress. Is it that hard?
Yeah.
Like,
so the
I know-
controversy is because it's an anime. That's right. It's an anime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell.
yeah.
Anime,
Moving,
anime
yeah.
film.
They're all
Japanese
so
animation,
That's
yeah.
Japanese animation.
Yeah.
But for the lead, they cast
A white
Scarlett
woman.
Johansson.
Okay, look, she's a very famous actress. Black Widow. Everyone's favorite Avenger. No, she is a
Hawkeye.
good character. Yeah. No,
Wait, I haven't. Wait, was that?
that
that's
was
I know that's sarcasm, but I actually haven't got a problem with Black Widow.
no. Neither do
No, but
I.
it's no one's favorite, is it?
Neither
Yeah,
do I.
it's
But
true.
no. I think she is a good character.
Spider-Man.
But no. I
Rocket Raccoon.
I think Scarlett Johansson. Rocket Raccoon's a guardian of the
No, come on,
Galaxy.
come on, come on.
Come on,
So,
off track.
Scarlett Johansson is a really good actress. I mean, Marriage Story.
Yeah.
But I can see why you'd want to cast her in the Ghost of the Shell. But and from what I hear, she's good in it, and I'm sure I did watch some of it, and I turned it off just because
It's not a good film.
I was just bored. I was like I've got to go do something anyway.
What was that M. Night Shyamalan movie that got a massive hate for it?
Last Airbender.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
That got
that's-
massive like.
Well, yeah,
hate
but that
for
makes
it.
sense.
No, but like, so couldn't they have seen? Okay, so people got angry at that for it being
Oh, yeah,
predominantly
yeah.
white people. So
But
why-
what also,
learn
That's
from
just
your
a bad
mistakes,
movie in
I
general,
think.
though. Like,
I'm
in
kind
general,
of,
that
I'd
movie's
say
just
I'm on
bad.
the middle ground then.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you there because it's not personal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I should've said
I think
that.
that's the thing. I think that's the thing with everyone, any
Yeah.
controversy. Everyone's quiet. Like Ricky Gervais says, everyone's quiet until it becomes
Matters.
about them.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I don't understand why people don't get angry at Old Boy.
Yeah.
Like Old Boy just
No,
got a
no,
pass.
no.
it
Why
seems.
didn't they get angry at the fact that it was made in the first place?
Yeah, well, it's a terrible movie, but they didn't get angry that Josh Brolin was cast, or
Well, that's because it was an American remake.
well, I think
anyway.
so. The whole different. So this is where film fans in particular will have beef with just regular film goers. Is that they want. So say if they hear a film, blah blah blah, but they don't want to watch the foreign version of it. They
Yeah.
want. They
yeah,
want
yeah.
their own-
I actually do have a problem with that because I feel like
Just watch
Old
the-
Boy just like Old Boy's
Get
like,
outta here.
Old Boy is like one of the most bridge gapping movies between English speaking
yeah,
and
yeah.
like foreign speaking subtitle
That's
films.
So good.
Like
It's a bit messed
and-
up,
which
but,
makes
like,
which makes it all the more stupid why they remade it because that just like blocks
yeah.
that bridge.
You know, Bollywood
almost.
remade it as well, doesn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
It blocks that bridge. I feel.
you can in like interviews you can tell Spike Lee just didn't want to make it.
Yeah.
I think it could have been good if he wanted to do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because Spike
Yeah.
Lee is a great director, and if they let him do what he wanted to do, like I know there was a score as well which he really liked, but then they were like, no, we need another one because we don't like it. Yeah.
It's a very corporate film.
It was just a very like Marvel. No, it was like
I
a
haven't
very
seen
very
the
Ant-Man
2013
Marvel.
Was
film.
it a roller coaster ride?
It was a roller coaster ride.
But like,
Is it a
but
theme park ride?
say if like if La Haine got remade in America, like I would be so angry.
Yeah.
I would flip out.
If they'd done an American remake of
or The Raid.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And if
did
they'd
that.
done an American remake of Wings of Desire, which is a film by Wim Wenders, I'd be very angry.
I reckon if they
We're just
sorry
naming
about
our
that. I
favourite
just,
foreign films.
no,
Yeah.
I reckon if you remake a foreign film, then don't just take the script and turn it to English. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they remade Parasite, you can do another. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you can do another like story around that mold. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Same with Old Boy.
Yeah, I think also like don't remake it. You can be inspired by it and have maybe a similar
Do you know what Old
story,
Boy's
Yes.
about?
but make it your own.
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
guys
There
know
we
what
go.
Old Boy's about?
I know.
I-
I've seen the original.
I've had it spoiled for me about the whole
Where's
plot
my
twist.
I'm sorry. Gonna
Yeah,
change.
alright, so-
I know it's about a guy.
I'm not
who's
gonna.
like-
No. All right. So with the plot twist, if you remade Old Boy, you can just have a completely different story with a completely different plot twist. And because if you've seen the original
it's
and
the
you
same
go
plot
into the,
twist.
They
and
do
you
change
go,
the plot twist though. It's like here's the plot twist, but wait, we're turning it back on its head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have
I've
just
seen the ending. It was on when I went on holiday to Anglesey. It was on
Yeah.
TV. I just watched the ending. I just thought, what?
what is going
We
on?
might do a review on Old Boy one day, but is it our house?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Trying
original.
to be. Yeah.
I'd-
The original one is, and the second one is trying to be the original. So
The
yeah.
second one is Spike Lee just making a movie he doesn't want to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first one is a bit messed up. But
It's kind of art house trying to be a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
the remake.
Yeah.
We're talking
The
Would you
about.
remake
say-
is art house trying to be a blockbuster.
Would you
I
say
think the
like,
original succeeds in that. Though.
Well, yeah,
It is
obviously.
both a block. I think
Well,
it
yeah,
is a
yeah,
block.
yeah.
With that, you don't like that.
But it's a
fight
good
scene,
block.
though, do you?
No, I don't not like it. I just see.
Because you don't get the hype.
I don't know how to describe my feelings towards it.
Well, because like so with action, I feel for its time because it showed how long a fight
Yeah,
scene
yeah,
actually
yeah,
goes
yeah.
and how tired and
yeah.
I just
They
you
did that
can,
with
you can
Daredevil
see
as well,
them. You can
in that
see.
picture.
I feel like you can see some of the fighters thinking of what the script says they need to do next.
and they just kind of throw it.
They're
out.
kind of like, wait, yeah, I'm here now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Well, you know
It's
when you,
not that bad,
when you say it's like an art house film trying to be a blockbuster, could you say it's kind of like what Nolan did with the Batman films? Is they're big blockbuster
Yeah.
superhero films, but they're like
But they like succeded in that.
they are
goal.
they are
Yeah.
uniquely a Chris Nolan film. If you know what
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Dunkirk.
They're
as well.
opposite
Yeah.
ends of the spectrum. So I think, like, so say the Dark Knight,
Yeah,
that is a blockbuster,
but it's uniquely a Chris Nolan film. If you know what I
it's
mean.
becoming an art house film.
Yeah.
Whereas the original Old Boy is an art house film becoming more of a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Well, the
Or
reason
at least an action.
the reason I say uniquely Chris Nolan is because I feel like that's what art house is uniquely a director's voice. Like
So
that's
deep.
that's my interpretation anyway. Like the master is
On
Paul
that
Thomas.
note,
Actually, yeah, that is very. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a.
It's a
Down
filmmaker,
to the
and you
person.
can tell it's by them as well.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think that's what they're gonna do with Matt Reeves with Batman as well, which I'm hoping because Matt Reeves is a good filmmaker, and if they let
It
him
looks
do
like, it looks like another beat up the main character movie. I
yeah.
think that's what DC
Yeah.
knows now.
Yeah, just like be the main character until he can't take it anymore.
That's probably in Birds of Prey.
I'm not overly hyped
For the new
Batman.
Batman.
I don't care.
I'm actually fairly
Yeah,
excited
I
for it.
don't
I think ever since
Patman,
the
Patterson.
MCU's kind of had its big ending.
So what's
Yeah.
this?
The MCU, like with
Oh,
Endgame.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done with the
not
MCU
bothered.
as well.
I'm not bothered about superheroes.
I might watch Guardians of the
I'm
Galaxy.
not that bothered about
I've-
them apart from Guardians Galaxy and
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah.
I'm really angry about Shang-Chi, but like for my
What's
own
this?
reasons.
Is that the Iron Man?
No,
No.
because you know they're
Oh
releasing
yeah,
a bunch of new.
yeah.
Is that the Doctor Strange? I don't know what that one is.
No, the Doctor Strange one directed by
Shang-Chi is
Sam
his
Raimi.
own. Just Shang-Chi is a comic book character that was created in the '60s, based on.
Oh.
It's the only like I don't really like comic books at all.
Mm.
It's the only. But I'm a Bruce Lee fan, so that
So
was the only
and
way
it's
I
a kind of like a martial arts thing. Like that.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
Aquafina
I mean, I guess
is
it's
going
bad
out.
because like I'm white and I wanted to do a Shang-Chi movie, but now they've gone ahead and done it.
Yeah.
They always remake movies like this.
I know.
Like-
Maybe I should just remake it. And
Yeah. Do you think Chris Nolan went, I'm not going to make a Batman film because Tim Burton already did it? No?
Yeah, but he like wanted to do something different. do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
No,
Whereas-
I'm excited because I can't wait to see what Robert Pattinson's like because I think he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
amazing. I still
Willem
think my favorite.
Dafoe's Joker. Have you seen that?
Oh my god, I've never even
Wait,
put
what?
them two together.
Wait, what?
Imagine that.
That would be
What, the Pattinson and Joaquin?
Joker. That would be why have I never connected them
No,
dots
Didn't you see?
before?
It's on Snapchat at the moment.
Because he used to be Joker and now he's Batman.
Wait, who?
Wait, no, he didn't. He was Green
No,
Goblin.
yeah,
I
no.
got really confused then. Sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
not. I'm
Wait,
not
what are you talking about?
I in my mind, I
People
played
want
it as
Willem-
Willem Dafoe
oh.
was Joker, but he was Green Goblin, wasn't he? I'd get these universes mixed up.
Look, the Batman fans already found their Joker.
Well, yeah, he does look like a Joker, but for some reason in my
I
brain,
doubt
But
it.
imagine that, them two.
Yeah.
It's the
And
Lighthouse,
it's like Lighthouse.
blockbuster remake.
in my brain though, I thought it was like the same as like Michael Keaton with I don't know.
Who was this?
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, with
Jack
Jack Nicholson,
Nicholson.
something like that. That's what it was like in my mind, but it's not, is it? They're two different universes.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
brain
I
hurts.
don't. Yeah, I don't care. Why are we talking about?
All right.
that?
Anyway, I
don't-
reckon that's a good place to end it. We've gone on for a
Oh,
bit.
wait. Album.
album, here we go. Album recommendation.
God, Charlie.
Sorry.
Come on.
Okay, last week it was Sound Effects by The Jam. This week it's In Rainbows by Radiohead.
No one cares.
I care.
All right. What's your review of the previous album?
The previous album, it's great. I really like it.
Yeah, we
I-
didn't
I
listen
didn't
to it.
listen to
Yeah.
it.
No, I didn't expect you to. I don't know if you'd like it. You'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
He's pointing at me for not liking and Matt for. You're forgetting
Yeah.
that they can't see it.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
I can.
Yeah, you could just interpret it.
Oh,
But
they have no idea what we look like.
well,
Dun, dun, dun,
unless it's people from class.
No.
Our first one got like 99 views.
Stop flexing. Yo, guys, we're out here really making big stacks. 99 views.
Yeah. No, the thing
Big
with
deal, no?
the reason I've done In Rainbows is I think it's Radiohead's best album.
Yeah.
Because like I'll say to people, "Oh, you listen to Radiohead?" I'd be like, "Yeah, Paranoid Android. I've only listened to that."
Don't know what any of this means.
Yeah.
So should we sum up quickly? Now let's just talk about music quickly.
Oh, okay.
You can finish this podcast now if you want. We've
Yeah.
done our film part. So sum up your music taste.
Everything.
All right. So if you guys enjoy this podcast,
Matt, what's
No.
yours?
just old. I prefer older music.
What's your favorite band, Matt?
Yeah,
Oh.
you've never told me this.
There's this little indie band called
I think you made this
Oasis.
joke last week.
I'm
Oh, Oasis.
no,
The Beatles. The Beatles.
no. What is
Do you
it?
like the Oasis though? Do you think
Yeah.
Yeah, Oasis.
you
are
don't like actually hate them?
No, I don't actually hate them. I just say it to annoy some people.
Yeah.
Hi. Wait. Well, no. My music taste is a bit like yours. I just prefer the Beatles.
I'd like
You know
some
what I mean?
modern
What?
music.
Mine? What?
No. Mine's kind of like yours. Like, you know.
Yeah. So I think me and if you put mine and Matt's together, it would make Charlie's.
Yeah.
probably.
So I'm into like contemporary rap and.
I like
grime.
Childish Gambino,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
He hasn't done anything.
about
at
it.
all.
that's about it.
No, I like.
He's
I
a-
like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
That's about it.
There's
I love them,
there's
yeah.
no music for me that I actively dislike. Like I won't say, "Oh, I hate that music." I'll just be like, I just don't really listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Agreed.
what was it? Actually, Radiohead links to the Master because Johnny Greenwood, he's in Radiohead and he did the score
Really?
for the Master. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But
Oh yeah, you said this
They-
before.
they're
I was
just
listening.
every single member of that band is just an amazing musician.
Yeah.
And fun fact about In Rainbows, when it came out,
You.
It was
you
a
could
cop.
Why can't I bless people when it's not a sneeze? I just want to bless people.
I feel blessed.
I am blessed.
Sorry.
You could buy the album on their website for how much you'd want to pay for it.
Really?
So you could get it for free if
That's
you
quite
wanted.
interesting.
Yeah. I watched a really interesting video on it. I'll send it to you.
Can someone just pay £100? I love it.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
I think they did it as well because
Like me with
It
the
just
homeless
made them
guy
feel
who was
better.
selling those tin ashtrays that he made from scratch, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And I just gave him all the money I had on me.
Really?
He was like, "Just pay what you want for it," and like,
yeah, it was like
that's
that.
the next
How
one
much you
paid like
give
20p. I had like £6 on me,
Mate.
for like a tin. I was like, "Bro, this is buzz."
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, in Rainbow's Radiohead, just give it a listen.
All right, moving quickly on. All right, so
that's a good way to end.
That's
I
a good way
think.
to end it. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this podcast, then please leave a like and subscribe.
Why'd you do that face? You're not on what? You're like
They
you're
can't
like,
see his face.
You're like
So
Zoo,
guys, please,
what, Zoolander. Like,
Oh wait,
Blue Steel.
so guys,
They can't see his face.
I want you guys to say
Yeah,
bye.
but I can see it and I
Guys,
wanna
guys,
throw
say goodbye.
Bye.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
In a bit.
Au revoir.